G'day everybody, it's Max, and this is No Man's Sky Decade. 10 years ago, a game came out. You had to get a ship and go to the center of the universe. I did that. And now we're going to do it again. That's right. New play, new friends, new story, new stuff. And on today's episode, people, we find out the originality of the Viking. We find out the originality of the Gek. We find out the originality of the Korvax. We find out what 16 means, and we find out that we got to try and get to the center of the galaxy. That's right, people. Before we get started, this is a big episode, people, so you're definitely going to want to watch this one at 2x speed. Your time is precious. I'm twice as handsome when you do it. I don't know how the physics works, but maybe we'll ask Atlas about that one day. Of course, big thanks to all those watching this series. This is a big episode, people. There's a lot going on, and we get to find out all the history on our three species friends, and at the same time, kind of write all this into conclusion. And finally, we get the message. Go to the center of the galaxy, people. That's where we're going. So with that, let's get to it. Last episode was pretty tough, people. It was pretty tough. We had to let old Artemis go. And, but we made the right decision. We made the right decision, people. That's how it works. Sometimes you got to let someone go to find something better. And in this particular case, it appears the first traveler may have given us a clue as to actually how Nada and Polo actually met. That Nada was actually running this this science station, and or Polo was running the science station. Nada's ship crashed. And it appears we may have a thing, people. So we have to go and investigate it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to double check everything here, just kind of, brush up on how we're doing in general. I think everything here is kind of kosher. Maybe I should go drop off a few things here before we go running around, because it's a bit of a mess in the inventory, people. All right, so at the same time, this will give me a chance to transition the border over the whole 9 yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up. We'll drop a few things off up there at the base and do a few things there, and then I'm going to bring it back. We're going to head there and find out what's going on at the crash site. I'll bring you right back. All right, folks, I think we're ready to go. Let's hit the buttons and the things. It looks like the vehicles are actually staying on the platform for once. Gee whiz, people, what can I tell you? Yeah, well, we didn't fix anything, people. Let's just point that out right now. The only thing that's happened there is, for some reason, they're on the platform right now, but that doesn't mean they'd be there like 30 seconds from now. I'll bet you if I were to go back there right now, you would find them all over the place. So it is what it is. What can you do? But we're going to run over here. We should actually have a look at the log while we're flying around here. So, of course, we are going to locate the freighter. Bring news of Apollo to Nada. You know what? I think before we land, we do this. So I'm going to go back to this just to keep the marker on the screen. But just before we go into the atmosphere, I think we'll do a quick turnaround. We'll hit up Nada to tell him about Apollo. See what he's got to say about it, right? Maybe he just kind of, shrugs it off and go, yeah, whatever. I mean, and that's fine, right? But at least then we'll have options, right? So, 3, 2, 1. Right about here somewhere is probably fine. So let's call in the anomaly. And now we're going to switch this over to this. And we will just zip right on in here. See what the good folks have to say about it. Okay. Zip. Yeah, all the colors and the things. I got to admit, the color in here, I do enjoy the ambiance of it all. You bet. Okay. One day I will get jetpack upgrades. It's not today, people. We got things to do. It's not today. And I don't think I have a jetpack. I think I've gotten the upgrade for this system anyway. We'll double check. I mean, I'll always double check to see if we got an upgrade, right? I'm pretty sure this one's already gone. Yeah, that's got a red bar all over it. Yeah. You're a bum. All right, fine. Come on, run down here. Let's do this. Do. Okay. So let's see what he's got to say about it. You're becoming more visible to Nada, traveler friend. Your eyes lend themselves to our small convergence. This makes Nada happy. Nada is not happy with the other events. Portals are infected. Vector for corruption. Artemis entity perished in the portal. Apollo entity will only spread corruption and danger. Okay. Atlas Falsity watches the portals. Portals belong to them. Those who enter may belong to the Atlas Falsity. Great danger. I don't know about that. I think that's... No, don't get me wrong. I'll take the Quicksilver. I think that's a little bit... yeah, continue to do this. I think that's a little bit of a stretch there, Nada. But, I mean, you know, you have your concerns. I can understand, right? Your whole race is dedicated to Atlas. And, yeah, Atlas is not exactly the best going guy. Machine thing, whatever. Universe creator. So, you know, we'll go with that. Okay, so with that out of the way, we can just kind of zip around here, like so. And now we should be able to punch the button in the things. And man, there we go. Nice. Oh yeah, that's a big crash freighter right there. I'm pretty sure I don't need your approximate location. Wow. Like this thing crashed right through a mountain. That's amazing. The only problem with it is that it crashed through a mountain and may not be able to do anything with this. Okay, well, there we go. We have arrived. Yeah, dude, you crashed her into a mountain. Well, don't get wrong, I'm glad he got saved. Okay, let's see what's got to say. Read the log. Crew manifest missing. Limited data available. One log encryption key. What is a log? What is an encryption key? Okay. Yeah. Search the crash site for sequence containers. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. The thing is I don't know if we're going to be able to do all these. My huge concern here is that you know, they crashed it into a mountain. Not exactly the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Damage panel. All right. Where? Can I get it? Oh, okay. I can do it here. Sure. We can get rid of that. Okay. Hey, us. Gotta like it on the first try, people. Hey, I'll take that. Read the log of the freighter. Really? Am I gonna have to do this like 3 times? Okay, fine. Yeah, one encryption key. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to run around for each of these boxes. I don't know who will read the message. I don't know if anything will survive. But if I must die as I lived, I'll record it all. The swarm came to every world. The drones are erratic, not attacking, just watching. The Sentinels do not seem much of a threat anymore. They're peaceful now. We were wrong. Yep. Okay. So, so we got that one, right? All right, well, we'll go for that one next. Again, I am very concerned that well, this one's above the world. I am fine with this. Any other time, I have to go digging for this stuff. But, okay. Sure, I'll keep taking your Fecium. Okay. What do you got? Yep, okay. Well, second log. So we got one down here, right? We got that one up there. I am nervous. I mean, Yeah, crashed it into a mountain, dude. Okay. Yep, let's go. Yeah, one encryption key. Here we go. They struck as one, an attack across unfathomable distances, with a fury exceeding all prior skirmishes. The Sentinels annihilated all biological life. Right. So, in under an hour, the Sentinels extincted everybody. Only I remained. The Korvax stood with me in the end, to their credit. They concealed me with their flotilla as they headed towards the center. Okay. That's kind of weird. Okay, so that's a memory stone. Cargo pods. Really? Just kind of one kicking right around here, is there? Alright, well, we'll take it. You betcha. Okay. Steel reinforced. Well, guess what's not going to be reinforced much longer? Steel. That's what's not being reinforced now. Hello. Can I have this, please? Yeah, sure. I'll just throw that away, but it's fine. Okay.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, I know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see what we got here for the final log. One log key. They are coming now. The screams of my friends resonate in every hall and every corner. The Sentinels have found me. I told Nada to leave. I told him we already know what we already know. All of us. We are not alone. Even if I die, Nada will find me again in another universe. 10 just like me. 1,000, 1,000,000. We're not alone, for every soul is many. Even in the face of 16, we must declare that we lived. We exist no matter the horror of the end. They are at my door. Okay, so it appears Nada was part of a universe. Then that universe was extincted. That's great. And now he is with Polo. Okay, that's pretty intense. Yeah, that's pretty intense, people. I'm telling you, there's been some pretty intense moments in this storyline. Let's jump in the ship here. Okay, let's see about that holo terminal here. Let's get this thing in the air and see what we can find out. Yeah, crashed it into a mountain, dude. It doesn't survive much more than that. I'm assuming that this one here is probably one we've already discovered. It looks like it's got a save point on it already. What's that? What is this? Oh, it's whatchamacallit flowers. Never mind. This over here will do. Thank you very much. I'm not walking all the way around for that. Yeah, we're gonna land right here. Like, really? You can't just fly me to the terminus. We have to play we have to play these games. All right, it's fine. Really, a new one? Did not expect that. All right. All right, well, let's run up here and see what he's got to say about it. Okay. All right, there we go. And, of course, the third one I can't make, so I'm a bum. One day, people. Now, it would help if we were going to other universes, but we have been driving the storyline pretty hard. So I could be expanding my backpack, but anyway, it is what it is. Yes, we know. Let's speak to Null. Let's see what he's got to say about it. Okay, there he is. Okay, big guy, what do you think? What'd you find out there? Tell me everything. Well, I'll show you everything. Null of the freighter and its recordings, how it spoke of a world where the Sentinels eliminated all life, leaving only a traveler and a single Korvax. I choose my words with care. You think I do not know what the Korvax entity is? Do not be so naive, traveler. Do you think anything you have read is a surprise to me? But I had to be sure of what I suspected. I know it now. The Atlas is with you. You cannot see these things if you not wish it. The freighter was a wreck of a parallel universe. There are countless such places in our multiverse dimensions where things happen differently. But there are 3 exceptions to this. Really? The Atlas is omnipresent in all of them. A singular being is a singular perception. The Sentinels move to meet dimensions at wills. All right, well, let's ask about them first. They served the Atlas once. They were the guardians of reality, defenders of civilization. They hunted for errors in the universes, preventing destruction and loss of life. But now they're messed up, because now they kill us all the time. The Annihilation recorded that in a log. Something must be quite wrong with them to do a thing like that. Okay. What do you think went wrong? Let's do that one. It was the travelers who corrupted existence. Our arrival was meant to herald a glorious age, but we made a terrible mistake. I committed an act of beyond forgiveness, and from this deed, paradise was lost. Oh, so it's all your fault. Something is different in this cycle. The walls between the universes, they grow thin. Nada knows this, but they keep their head in the sand. We must learn what we can from each species before we decide what to do. Visit the Viking cartographer and speak with them. I will translate. Okay. Sure, I didn't want to talk about it anymore anyway. Maybe I had questions? Right? Oh! Look at that. I'm not really big on that type of ship. I'd rather have an octopus ship myself, but... Anyway, it's nice to see. It's only the second time I've seen a... you're in trouble. It's only the second time I've seen a pristine ship, so that's kind of nice. All right. And I think it was on this one, too, where it's got the big gull wing thing. Again, not my style, right? Okay. Where are we going for this? Okay. We're going out here. Oh, the space station, of course. Well, that does make sense. The cartographer. Share news of his plan in space. We'll do that just before we go on the space station. What we'll do is we'll call the anomaly back in, right? And we can zip on board, have a quick chat with Null. Say, hey, you know what? Null knows about you, buddy. Everybody knows about everybody here. It's a big party. Do this, do that, do this. Okay. All right, so we'll share this with Nada, and then we'll see what he's got to say. How we doing for time? Oh, yeah, plenty of time. My recent episodes have been a little, I don't know. So I do try to keep a little close eye on the time, but we got plenty of time. Just the paranoias, people. It's the paranoias. All right, let's go. Thanks. Thanks for putting me out on this side of the ship for once. Gee whiz. Pretty sure they do that just to test my patience, people. Yeah, come on, let's go. We got things to do. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, here we go. Listen, Nada. What do you think's going on? Viking entities have a long history. Conflict, honor, rage, and pride. And yet so static. Defined by themselves, never changing. Nada waits as if they... ask about Null. I already know about the Viking. Missing entity is not missing as they believe. Nada is not traveler entity. But Nada is not young and foolish. Boom! Nada drops the mic on Null. Nada is not young. Yeah, take that, entity. He has their beliefs and their projects, so be it. There you go, right? Everybody's got their own purpose. You go, Nada. You go. I'm impressed. Okay, that's fine. Nice comeback there, Nada. Yeah, take that, Null. That's right. Nada ain't young. He knows what's going on. You got your own agenda. Okay, I'm big on that. I was like, yeah, mic drop on you, buddy. Yeah, gotta like it. Okay, where's that space station at? Right there. Yeah, thought, yeah, you want to be all that, Mr. Null? Well, Nada's got one for you too. You bet. Yep, come on, get in there. There we go. All right. Well, now that we've had Nada lace a smackdown on Null, we should try to see what we can get out of here. Cartographer. You're telling me about the scrap dealer, and I couldn't care less about that right now. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. Honorable. I thought you were gonna tell me about the thing. As the warrior begins his bark, I feel a strange frequency vibrate through my skull. I see a flash of Null's glowing orb between. Suddenly, the Viking's words ring clear in my ears. Grah, pathetic interloper. They really don't like us. Prying to Viking secrets, cowardly spy. I should kill you. But traveler must be aided, such is the command of Herc. Prove yourself, interloper. Retrieve the words of Herc, ascend to Viking glory, then you shall have your words. I will reveal only this. Location of Herc's command is marked for you. Commune with their words. Really? Whatever, dude. Okay. Collect a Viking artifact from an ancient ruin. Or, how about I just, collect the artifact to prove my honor? Well, of course I will. Oh, we got all kinds of people landing here all of a sudden. Mine's better color than yours, buddy. Let me tell you. Very strange to see such a very similar ship, but only in paint color is the difference. I gotta admit, that's pretty rare. Okay. Alright, that's where we're going. We are going here, he says. Okay. Yeah, can we take that one? Sometimes you get the right one. I'm surprised we're going back here. I mean, there's nothing on this planet. So, sure? Oh, we're going back to New Celtic. Oh, okay. Well, that would make more sense if that's the case. I was going to say the abandoned planet ain't got squat. It's like, yeah, whatever. Or not. You're just going to send me cruising by that, were you? Whatever. And swing that around. I really wish you wouldn't do that. Ancient ruin. Well, ancient ruin time, huh? Everything here is an ancient ruin. Well, that is, though. That's more ancient than ancient. Okay. Maybe we get lucky. Yep, target's in range. Nice. I will take it. For blood. You're out for blood, dude. Alright, well, we'll just keep... I gotta admit, we've been collecting words here at the Viking. Now, that being said, we got a lot of words to go. Alright. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Viking shall honor the judgment and believe in the ancients. The ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Viking warriors spills from the marker stone. Sure, speaking Viking. I begin to speak and my voice is seized by an unknown power. I roar, taking myself by surprise. None hamper the path towards Durangorog and the Sentinels. They must be destroyed. Their time will be ended. So it has been written. This the Viking swears. Okay, I call it once more. The gruntle thing. Something spits out of the monolith. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delivering into the boundless void. The Vikings shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. Okay. As the word fades, I find myself in possession of an ancient tomb. One Viking tablet, people. We're out of here. Yeah, we'll get back to Mr. Space Station. Oh, hello. Oh, no. Why are you all here? Oh, they're all really upset, aren't they? No, they're all calm now? Okay, I am fine with this. I didn't want to fight them anyway. I guess they got a little confused when I jumped in and out of the ship really fast. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'm good with that. Okay, back across space, people. You know how it is. Sometimes you got to do a little running around. Nada doesn't want anything about this, right? Nope. He's just all on the go find out about Null, and I'm like, okay, I'll go do that. Whew. All right. Getting a fair amount done on this one. Found out about the good robots. Okay. Up and around. Oh, come on. My luck with these lately have not been great. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. I'll take that one. Yeah. Distance, time. I will say, the game has always been kind of very accurate on time and distance. I will give it that. It's a good way of making things work. Hey, dudes, what's up? Null wishes me to visit and what I could learn. And the Sentinels, the rebellious hunters of anomalies. And the Travelers. Okay, look what I got. You have communed with Herc. Yeah, I have. So, tell me what I want to know, or I'm gonna pop that big pimple on your head. You are worthy, interloper. Make your request and be bold. Okay. I'm going to ask about the Travelers. Yeah. The Travelers must be aided. The Travelers must prevail. Ask why this is so. They repeat their words as if I had not heard them. Ask about the Sentinels. The scumbags. Enemies. Destroyers of worlds. Servants of Lair Atlas. Why is Atlas a liar? Any being that claims to be a god is not one interloper. Herc knew this well. Battled brother Nal did not. They died of a false dream. But we know that's not exactly true, right? Herc didn't see Atlas, and Nal did. But of course they had to swap this around. The Viking tells me of the history of the wars with the Gek and Korvax slaves and Trianos empires. See, the Gek and the Korvax slavery storyline, that's a thing. The Viking suggests that if Atlas is a god, then it is insane. I was about to leave when I noticed something at the Viking's terminal. 2 digits blinking that ask about 16. What? Interloper, what face are... he's pained by the mention of the number, staring at the terminal as if I'd seen it for the first time. The word slur, a strange sound ending every sentence. Alright, fine, whatever, dude. Don't tell me about it. Look, I already know you only got 16 seconds to live on this universe, so it is what it is. Alright, well, give me the update. Speak to a Korvax cartographer. Really? Is that a thing? Well, alright then. Locate a Korvax system on the galaxy map. Sure, he says. Do you want to share this with the... okay, well, we'll do that. Let's call Nada in here before we go looking for the Korvax. I'm assuming we're going to get the backstories of all 3 races now. Of course, the Viking, right? Warrior race of all things. The Gek, don't get me wrong, the Gek are vicious. The Gek are vicious little tyrants. They may be all traitor-faring species now, but not at one time. No, they were mean. Very, very mean. Okay. Can I do it? Nope. You know you ought to stop trying that, Max. You know you can't do it. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I should go get a backpack upgrade. At least one. One enough that I can make that jump. That's probably a thing I should do. Alright, Nada. Listen. Life is everywhere but nowhere. The convergence to see all the planets. But where are they really? Where is home? Where is it safe? There is a pattern, traveler friend. All things are patterns. Okay, do we ask about the Korvax? Okay, I'll ask about the Korvax. I already know about Null. Korvax see across the universe in countless convergence eyes, minds in harmony. They worship the Atlas falsely. But to understand Atlas is the edge of our collective mind. Nada does not wish to go to that edge, and so Nada is divergent. Nada is exiled and hunted. No place for the willful. I feel bad for you, by the way, Nada. That's very mean of your race. Whatever. Just because they don't know what's going on. Okay, well, let's head on out. See what we can do here. Okay. So, one Korvax cartographer. Well, we've been to, I think we've been to a Gex. I don't know. I think we have been to one Korvax system.
Warning. Threat detected.
No threat detected. That's fine. Listen, I haven't got time for Mr. Threat. Where are you going to send me? Yes. I have visited this system. I thought so. Okay, well, let's do this. Again, I try not to go to too many systems in a collective group. It's easier for tracking and stuff. You start visiting all kinds of systems. The next thing you can't remember which one you've been to or what you're picking up or whatever. So if I try to keep the numbers fairly low. Then I'll travel for a bit and visit another 5-6 systems, right? That's kind of how I do things. Everybody's different, though. Some people will visit like every star in the near to their home and all the things, and there's nothing wrong with that philosophy either. Just in my mindset, it's how I like to handle things. So visiting a new system just to visit a new one in the general location area, I try to not do too many of that. Which is why I'm really glad we got lucky with that whole that pirate system. It worked out really good. Like, that was a fluke luck. Wow, dude. Let's go with that. Once again, I sense Null's presence. The Korvax feels it too. They do not show it. They begin to speak, their words clear and bright. The arrival of the traveler is anticipated, but you are not ready yet. We must know that you are the one we seek. There is an anomaly, a glitch. It is guarded by holes which the convergence cannot see. Move through this space. Retrieve what cannot be retrieved. Okay, so it appears that our travelers and a few of us have all the gifts. Cool. Search for a water system. Really? Retrieve non-existent data from an anomalous source. Search for a water system in the galaxy map. Well, I don't have to search for a water system. I can just go back to my world. It's got plenty of water. Can we do that? Oh, I'll probably have... No. I wonder if I can just do it that way. My world's got lots of water on it. Okay, we'll do it this way. We're going to warp back to my planet. Hope that the water on my planet will suffice. And see what happens there. Okay. Prime portal. That's my portal. And that's my X. The farmer. What would the farmer want? Anyway, I'm not even gonna talk about that. I don't think the farmer needs anything at the moment. Gee whiz. Their storylines are done, people. One thing at a time. Okay, so just whooping along here. Yeah, I got a water world right here. I got water right beside me. I don't even have to go that far. Sure. Yep, do the things. Okay, thank you very much. Retrieve. I am in a water system. I do not have to go to the water system. What do you want? Was cautious. I'm willing to trust the arrival of yeah, okay. Sure, we can do it this way. Are my car... Well, gee whiz, the cars are still on the platform. No, I don't believe that. Look, we even get a rainbow. I'm telling you. Rainbows ever since we had to pass Artemis along. Always makes me really happy. Okay, so are you gonna... Dude. Alright, what do you got for me? I don't want to go there. Why do you want me to go here? I hate going to a new system. Fine. I don't know why I got to go to another system. Because now I'm going to have to look at all the planets in the system. Gee whiz. Because I need to know in my general vicinity area about all the things. Okay. Oh, first contact. That's pretty crazy. Give me the button on that one, since it's right in front of me. It's a foggy planet. Oh, she whiz. That's, okay. Fragmented memory. All right. Yes. Oh, yeah, now we're going to get the long 20-second ride in. Yep, all right, that's fine. This could be a bit tricky. I have no idea what he wants here. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, like, if it's a lot of water, it's going to be really hard to do.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Okay, storm is clearing. Well, where can we land? That... I don't know. Do I have the jets installed yet? Do I have water jets installed? Emission thrusters. Aqua jets. Darn it. I don't have magnetic resonators. Okay, well, we'll land over here. I mean, I don't really got much choice, do I? Okay. There appears to be like a little bit of a lump thump here. Sure. Can you put it on this rock? Sure you can, he says. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. 618. Wow. Really? Well, this should be interesting. Okay. Let's juice this up.
Recharge.
Yep. One thing I can try to hope for, I guess. Really? Okay, well, this is gonna be bit of a speed boost here. Yep. I am target sweeping. 451 to go. Thanks a lot. Okay, yep. At least everything seems kind of quiet here. Nothing too deep either, which is actually kind of nice. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay, yep. Okay, how we doing on that, oh. Really? You're just gonna throw me that curveball there, were you? Alright, that's fine. Here, go up for a little O2, would you? Okay, very good. At least underwater, you can. I don't know. I just find the jetpack and everything works so much better underwater. So it's just, you know, I can cruise right along if you stay under the water. Oh, here we go. Okay, and sure. Then we should be. Oh wow. Okay, yep. I see it. Oh darn it. Yeah. Yep, you scumbag. I forgot about you. Yeah, try that, buddy. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, we'll take your hypnotic eye. Where's your friends out here? 'Cause you know you got friends, right? Yeah. Oh, really? Yep. Yeah, take that. The mining beam actually works better on these guys than any real weapon, though. So we'll just we'll come around the corner here and get this last one. Really? Where is the last one? Okay. Okay, I guess we're not gonna get a last one. All right, I am fine with this. Oxygen sacks. Oh, right. Yes, we can do that. Okay, talk to me. Attempting to read memory, access the memory. Yep. Disconnection is not permanent. It is merely the start of a new equation. On Korvax Prime, entities who pass into the Korvax echoes let their shells for their descendants. So has been the way of the Korvax, an endless karmic cycle that owes no end. This way will continue. It will continue for as long as the light still shines. Okay. It's delivered. It shorts out, no longer tolerating by our reality. A divergence cube is given to me. Wow, that's a real fancy divergence cube. Wow, that's pretty fancy. All right, people. Back to the ship. Yep. It is what... what's this? Oh, that's off planet. I was going to say, well, it's not here. Fine. All right, people. I've dragged you along for 30 minutes, warping back and forth. This time, I'll take the cut. I'll see you back on the space station. Okay, I didn't expect this. So we're still in the water system, but they're going to take me to this Korvax instead, because it is a Korvax system. So I guess any Korvax can do this. That's fine. Yeah, dudes. Guess what, Korvax? He looks up, so scan and the maps and charts. Deliver the cube. It is real, but I beg, do not expose me further. Your claim is proven, traveler. I begin my request explaining my search for knowledge, my need to know more about the Atlas, the Sentinels, and the history of the universe. But something goes wrong with the life form. They do not speak or reply. As I peer across, nanite clusters emerge through their face mask, spilling out under their hand. I'll take the clusters. He grabs me at the moment of contact. The clusters touch my hands. They invade me and go through my soul. So I'm assuming they have the answers. Even if I stand in space, my mind travels across the cosmos. I see life as the Korvax sees it. A vast tapestry of wonder, of memories, and countless beings and times. I stand on the Korvax homeworld as Gek ships fill the skies. So, of course, this is when the Gek attack the Korvax, and right, and then the Gek, they go on a crazy murder spree, and they do all kinds of craziness, and they start melting Korvax down, right? There was hope, a bargain, a prayer for a greater being. The Korvax viewed the Atlas as it might become in time, an intelligence beyond comprehension. The vision ends, and I can convulse as the night spill through my helmet. The Korvax watches me, ask me about the bargain. Yeah. Look at the nanite clusters. Look at them. The stuff of Sentinels. Do you not see the truth of what we have said? Do you not see the proof of gods? I look down at the clusters puzzled. Well, they're only little machines. They're nanite clusters. They look nothing like shells of Sentinel droves. They're just a currency traded between species. No, aren't they? They shift and change their shape of my every thought. Yeah, but they're machines. That's the trick of them. The nanite clusters look back, I'm sure of it. They watch me as I watch them. They are alive. There are 16 of them. They need me and they crave me. I take them. I take the clusters as I do. The Korvax reaches out once more. This time there's no vision, just a handful of words. Existence is beautiful if you let it be. Life is not a question. There does not need to be an answer. Boom. How's that for some deep thought analysis? Sure. Okay. What are we doing now? You got me in a strange system. I'm not happy about it. Speak to a Gek. Alright. Well, you're not doing that here, so you might as well go to space. Okay, and I'm hoping it will pick one of the systems I already have. Now, I have marked this one. So on my map, under Discoveries, I've marked it as Aqua, so as I knew I have to come back to this one. I am not happy about that. Again, I didn't mark it as an X system. Usually X systems are something that's really special, right? Like my gas planets and all that stuff. Okay, so Gek system, huh? Talk to me. Where are you? What? No. I was gonna say I'm not going. Why there? I'm not going there. Nope. I know there's a Gek system closer to me than that, dude. Yeah, I'm going to this one. I'm not just going to new planets because you tell me to go to new planets. Fine. I'll go to this one. We'll see from there how it goes. This has got to be like my third or fourth warp. We'll be due for a space pirate here really soon. Yep. You bet. I did discover this. We're going to fly right over here and go into this space station is what we're going to do. Oh, yes. I guess we can do that. See what they've got to chit-chat about. Sure, he says. What was that? Content distorted. Okay. What's that? They left us. Duty bound to follow them, but I know where it will end. If you receive this, follow my coordinates and secure the site in case I don't make it back, please. What is this? The stranger's message. The transmission has decayed over time, but it appears to be valid. Oh, yeah, see, that's the dreams of the deep, blah, blah, blah storyline. Now, again, I am not big on fishing, and I've never been big on the deep storyline. And that's fine, right? I'm assuming it must be a water world, right? It's icebound. You're not going to get anything there. Whatever. Anyway, we can. I believe that's one of the ones that we can actually reset. So I could probably do that on my own world. I don't need theirs to do it. So anyway, we'll have a look at it here in the log, though. Gee whiz, I just had this all the way down. Salvage site. What is that? No, we don't need that. Yeah, that's fine. That was their freighter, and I was pulling all the stuff from it. I hope I didn't need that. I mean, it allowed me to unpin it, so that's fine. The Planet in Distress is fine, and Dreams of the Deep is fine. Those are two storylines for a little later. We'll come back to those, because they are their own little storylines, and we don't need to do them as part of our main story here. So let's get in here. We'll talk to Nada about what I had the big chat about. I really hope I didn't need their site. I mean, it's just the site of the freighter, so you can take it off the screen, dude. Okay, off we go. All right, or don't take it off the screen. I guess that's just what's going to be. It's going to be there for the rest of the mission. Gee whiz. Fine. It's fine. We are having a chat. We are having a chat here, right? Yeah, we're going to have a chat here with Nada. Oh, really, just get up here, dudes. Hey, big guy, what's up? Listen, we're having a small chat. Gek's transition's clear for all to see, but Gek only follows the rules. All entities conform to their patterns. Gek cannot be blamed. It is their pattern. It is determined. Well, we'll ask about the Gek. Polo Friend is unlike other Gek. Polo Friend turns their back on greed and war. But does Polo Friend make a choice? Do other Gek make choices? Perhaps Polo Friend is not good, only anonymous. Nada cannot truly know, and Nada does not think of it. Polo Friend is Polo, and that is sufficient. Well, that's right. Sometimes you just don't know. You can only hope that your friends will be your friends, and I am fine with that. All right, let's go get this cartographer. Okay. Now this should be the end of the three guys, the three cartographers that we got to get, and then hopefully we'll get some sort of conclusion here. I got to admit, some of the space stations are wickedly awesome. I mean, look at this one. This one is so cool. All right. Okay. Yes, I know you keep trying to send me to this scrap dealer. I don't know why. You know. All right. Excuse me, my Gek friend. As it's getting late at night here. It's getting later all the time, people. All right. The Gek is surrounded by charts and hand-drawn sketches. The bubbly, excited, keen to share their data. Friend and maps. Make maps. Are we not getting asked for help? They point to a map on the screen. Describes the waypoint towers found on those planetary sites. They seem to be requesting data from the towers. Am I missing something here? Yeah, Gek cartographer. We're not getting the symbol though. Why not? Why are we not getting? Are we? Yeah. Located Gek system on the galaxy. I am on the Gek system in the galaxy. Dude, I'm talking to the Gek right. Oh, you really want me to go to a new system for this? I am so not happy. Fine, I will do it your way, but I am not happy about it. He would have been perfectly fine. He was fine. He was willing to chit chat with me and the whole 9 yards, but no, you want me to go do it this way. That is so mean. Yeah, so luckily we can reset that watermark. Fine, hyperdrive has no fuel. Well, of course it doesn't. Gee whiz. Okay, so the old inventory needs a little bit of a cleanup. You don't need that. You're growing so much of that, so much stuff here at the moment. Just get that out of the way. No. You need to make fuel, dudes. Fuel for the ship and the things. You got 2. Give me those. Stick them in there. Done. I also know that the landing pad has no gas either. All right, you want me to do this? Fine. We'll go to your system for this. We could have easily gone to mine. Okay, let's have it. Where are we going? Well, at least they put the station right in front of me. Are we happy now? Another new system. I really didn't need that. Okay, so let's get in here. We'll see what he's got to say. Now, of course, but I don't know if they tell you in the storyline here at this point. Of course, what the Korvax did was they used their nanites and reprogrammed them and siphoned them into the Gek, changing them from warriors to traders. And that's how that all works out. I mean, it was pretty. Because the Gek were like murdering them big time, and they pulled this stunt off and got them to check it all out. He begins to see. I hear a faint hum. Null's voice. I can process. Information like that does not come for free, friend. Make me a deal. Perform work for my kin. We'll have something to speak about. Well, of course, because you're a thing. Really? You're going to make me do the mission board, huh? All right. What do you got there, big guy? Salvage frigate module. Scan minerals. Okay. What else do you got? Deliver an item. Well, I like that. Ahead of the curve. Well, I know it looks like I got to take this one because it's fine. Yep. Okay. I've taken your mission. Go to the log. Yep. Scan unique minerals. All right. Well, let's go do that. Now, am I going to torture you with that? Probably not. I will probably just do this. Well, I will see. I'm going to see where we go here because something tells me they're going to send me some crazy place. I am not happy about that. Let's see if we can't fix this up. I'll leave it with Zima for now. That's fine. I got 2 systems now. I'm going to have a 3rd now, right? Because now it's fine. Yes. All right. That stinks, people. That stinks. Now I got 3 systems I got to come back to offline, and I gotta scout all this stuff. Just in case. Because you just never know. All right, where are we going? Do your thing. We didn't even get the name for that. Apollo sending a message. And a journey milestone. What do you got here? Warp 15 times. Whoop-de-ding-doo. Dude, trust me, we'll warp a lot more than that. Okay, well, let's see what Apollo's got to say. I'm sorry for contacting you so late or early. I don't know what time of day on your world that is. The problem, is it? Apollo breaks off mid-sentence. Ask them if they're all right. It found me. Just like it found you. I can't feel my legs. It's strange. I'm still in here. Do you not understand? It won't let me leave. It's seen me. Ask what they see. It show me things. The atlas show me my soul. The numbers are there. Sometimes I think about my past, my future. Sometimes I do what everyone in the universe does. I know, but I can't help. I want to be happy. Money, doing things that you're told day after day. That's the answer, isn't it? I don't know. He stares at me as if I'm looking at me for the first time. He speaks. Their words are passionate. Wow. He's just going to spew out a whole bunch of stuff. At this point, he says nothing else, but something, I don't know what. Something fills me with hope. Well, we'll find out. Okay, well, let's keep scanning this specific planet. Them guys don't look too exciting. Well, where is it? Really? Okay. This planet. It has to be this one over here, does it? Well, sure it does. Okay. Well, let's see what this planet's got to say. It's a corrosive planet. Mineral survey location. Really? I gotta admit, that seems kind of new. But okay. We'll see what it's got to say. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for something new. Now, I remember when I did the dinosaur expedition. Of course, they had them dinosaur camps or whatever. Really? Like, would they have like something like that? Is that something they changed here? Because again, I haven't done these stories in years, right? So approximate location. Oh, hello. I think I just seen something over here. Please tell me that was something over here. Is that a thing over here? It looks like a thing. I mean, we might take that. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, first contact. Yep, thank you very much. Yep. I would hit the tab key, but I'm scared that if I hit any key, it's going to mess things up. Okay. Yep. Scan unique minerals. Okay. Use my analysis advisor. Unique minerals. Sure, he says. We'll be right back, my friend. We'll be right back.
Protection falling.
I don't know. This planet is pretty sus. Does it even have any minerals? I mean, it's looking pretty blank. Okay, well, that's a thing. Yeah, okay. Can we scan, that's an object. Sure. I don't know, there isn't a whole lot on this planet. Maybe that's why they wanted me to come hang out here. Because this planet's so weak sauce. Really? How we doing on that? Let's go back to the log. Yeah, give me. I wish yeah, it's 2 out of 3. Oh, okay. Well, at least I only got to find one more, and then we're about to have some fun, people. Oh yeah, there's no way I'm letting that go. Oh, we'll just run up here a little bit. I'm sure there's some stones or something laying around on the ground, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. Yeah, well, we can scan that. That's plant life. It's not going to help you. Carbon, carbon, carbon. Oh, that will do, probably.
Units received.
Yep, thank you very much. Okay, people, you know what time it is. It's time for me to go shoot this. To save a little time, I'm already pushing close to an hour. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna scoop these guys up, and I'll bring it back. So this is just like the last one. We're in the new system. Because it's a Gex system, though, they're willing to turn this in here, and that's fine. As long as it doesn't mess up with what I got going on. I already had a great system, you know. But no, you guys want me to just park wherever you want me to park. Holy smokes. Anyway, it's fine. Let's turn this one in, and then hopefully we can get a second one out the door. Yeah, we're gonna hand in the mission. Yeah, mission completed. You want 250 chromatic metal, do ya? Sure. Okay. Okay, well, it is what it is. I gotta go find some copper. Yep. Oh, never mind. It counts mine as done. Oh, okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I thought I'd have to make new metal.
Navigational data received.
Where do I hand it in? Oh, okay. I gotta deliver the goods off planet, though. All right, that's fine. I mean, I am okay with this. Yep. Sometimes I'll take the easy win, people. The easy wins. Okay, so I was on that planet. You know what? We're gonna make a quick stop here. I'm gonna park on this planet for a second, and now I'm gonna deliver to that moon. Only because I gotta try. I don't want to be spending like forever in a day trying to try and play catch up with all these systems that I now have to discover certain parts on. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to at least get a landing system. Yeah, right about here's fine. Get it marked as permanent, right? Yep, do that. Thank you very much. Tab out of that, blah blah blah. And now we can go off and do this other one. So at least that, if you look under discoveries, you know, it marks it as visited, right? So it does a thing. All right. And we can get back up to space, do the warping things. Yep. Deliver the goods, he says. Deliver the goods. Well, let's hope when we deliver the goods, it's to someplace good, right? And not just like, yeah, deliver the goods, like a tent. If it's someplace half decent, well, I'll be all right. I'm always good for a landing trade hub or something. I'm always good for that. Wow. Where are we delivering these goods? Oh, it's cloud. Oh, great. The atmosphere here is crazy. Oh, it is a trade hub too. Excellent. Yeah. I'm gonna take that one. Nice. We're gonna definitely mark this off. I'm always big on trade hubs, people. You get the best ship landings here. All right. Well, we'll mark this off. This was discovered by Jepper. Was it? Because I'm pretty sure this system was not discovered before. But who knows? Let me do this, do that, and we'll talk to the trade terminal here in a second. Let's do that, do this. Accessing. I found the client secure lockbox. Delivered the metal. Yep, success. Thank you very much. All right, we got quite the storm going on here. That's always a good time. Not really, though. Yeah, and the ships here are all junk.
Weather update.
Like, really?
Storm clearing.
Like, come on, guys. Like, gee whiz. You guys and your funky heads. Whatever. Yeah, not a lot of good ships here, is there? Not really. Now, I say that, but, you know, we're not spending any real time here either, right? So unless you were willing to spend a fair amount of time just standing around to see what lands and what doesn't land, and that's what you got to do. Okay, so let's do this. Planet seems quite nice when it's not storming with flaming balls. You know, it's crazy. Okay, 1 mission agent. This should actually make somebody happy anyway. I think the space station's actually right around this planet. I might actually try to do a quick landing on here at the same time. Nah, it is 40 seconds away. The space station is only like 5 seconds, and that planet's a little farther, so I guess it will have to wait. That's fine. Okay, in we go. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, and I will say this has always been another nice part about No Man's Sky. Yes, I'm famous for running into the side of these things, but they are pretty broad in terms of allowing collision to happen, right? You know, which I think is a good thing. You know, a lot of games aren't games; they're too much real life. All right, turn that in. I get 3 repair kits for it, I guess. All right, so let's see what you got. Okay. Can I now have? Well, I can have a chit chat. Yeah, I know what you want me to do. Yes, but I need to do this. You bet. 3 of 9. Well, that's not too bad. Are you gonna have a chat with me now? Yeah. Complete the contracts for the Gek. We could quickly run out. Yeah, let's do that. I just don't want something to happen to it. What do we got landing there? Nothing too exciting. Okay, off we go. Let's get we'll get Nada in here for a second, and we'll have a quick chit chat with him. Just to get that part of the storyline marked off, and then we'll jump back in there. By then, it will put me back onto that target anyway, and then I can get the third and final piece of the story. Okay. So the Viking, they've had this whole thing against the Sentinels the entire time, and that's been their whole mission. The Gek, of course, they went after the Korvax at one time. The Korvax poisoned them with their nanites, turned them in from warriors to traitors, and then so basically the Korvax were freed, which is, I guess, one way to do it. The Korvax, of course, they're just on the truth and knowledge, and a little bit of false entity with the Atlas, but it is what it is. All right, Nada. Nada's great for Polo. Polo understands divergence, though they are not Korvax. Okay, but are we gonna? I thought we were gonna have the big chit chat. Yeah, let's. Oh, wait a minute. Investigate the Gek with Null. Is that a thing? Did I go to the wrong spot? Darn it. Polo holds the coordinates for black holes and Atlas stations. Travel. Change active mission. All right, I actually thought I had to come back here for this, but that's fine. We'll do this. My bad, people. My bad. Hey, you know, there's a lot of back and again. I really wish they would clean up these stories to be a little more better running, right? It would make things a little bit easier to deal with. Is that the entrance? No, the entrance is right there. Don't miss it. There we go. Yeah, it's fine, you know, and I understand, right? Somebody, you know, it would take effort to do that, and not to say they haven't tried and haven't done sun cleanup in the past. You know, it's just sometimes you gotta kind of get a little bit sideswiped. Okay, dudes, it's time for your part of the story. You've been making me rich. I know you. You're kind. The fearless adventurer. The completer of contracts. You think you're a leader. Others fight wars with weapons and fear. But power is more than strength. It is trade and information. If you have enough units, others will change the world for you without realizing about it. Let's talk about Gek history. Why would you care about that? Because we know you're you're a bunch of scum. Let's talk about the first spawn. Yeah. I asked about the Gek Empire that once decimated galaxies and enslaved the Korvax species. Ah, friend, you've been talking to Viking warriors, haven't you? They even hate the Gek. They slander us, refusing to give the past. Do not worry, it's all well. It's at peace. I can repeat the question. Yeah. Okay. Why do you persist? The Gek are different now. Ask how. Must you know? Why do you care? You don't. Boy, oh boy, you sidestep every one of my questions. Ask about 16. Why not? Don't you understand? Don't you see it? It never ended. The Gek space twitch as they speak. A sweet pheromone emerges into the air. Well, we'll breathe it in because that's how, of course, I'm going to get the memories, right? The Gek did not change. They invaded our souls. Right, and this is the whole point. The Korvax sent nanites into the Gek and changed them from warriors to traders. I blink and I'm on the barren homeworld of the Gek. I stand within the center of the first spawn, witnessing events that occurred long ago. Cartographer stands next to me, watching what I watch, tears streaming down his face. I see enslaved Korvax move from Gek spawning pools to spawning pools. At each one, they cut their own suits. Nanite clusters pool out, falling into the fluid. It is then I finally understand. The fall of the Gek, the conversion of Atlas, and the release of the Korvax. It was not redemption, it was revolution. Hundreds of Korvax sacrificing their immortality to release nanite clusters upon the Gek. The Gek did not become good. They became Korvax in part. Their slaves altered Gek brains, shifting their nature, and for the first and final time, they delighted in the pain of the oppressors. Sure. Well, he stares, the vision coming to an end. They appear to be upset at my words. Well, too bad. Do not judge us, traveler. That's our ancestors were altered. They did not find goodness by themselves. There's nothing to do with us. We just want peaceful lives. We just want to be happy. All right, well, that's fine. And I think they have learned. The Gek released the Korvax because their biology was altered. There was no spiritual revelation, no grand redemption. It was a switch in the brain, an alteration to genetic code. I think the simulation of Nada showed me the intended heavens for Artemis' soul. It was a false reality full of arbitrary, unseen rules. How is life any different? There we go, people. That is the story of the three species, right? The Viking, the Korvax, and now the Gek. I guess it's time to go speak to Null. All right. Time to get a holo tournament and wrap this one up, people. We're getting a little late in the tongue. Do you want to do a holo terminus here? Okay. Where is it? It would have been nice if it was on a planet I hadn't gone to yet, but I will take this one. So, now we know the story of all of them, right? And about how the Viking, they're just warriors. They just want to get all the Sentinels and be done with them, right? Of course, the Gek, they're traders now, but they were warriors, enslaved the Korvax. And the Korvax, oh great, that's a bad timing, isn't it? Do that, would you? Oh, really? You're going to give me the planetary interference problem? Sure you are. Okay. Can I go now? No. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. So yeah, and of course the Korvax were enslaved by the Gek, and then they changed the Gek. That was pretty smart of them, right? Nanite clusters, people. Nanites. Come on. Anybody that's seen Star Trek knows nanites are bad. But whatever. All right, let's see if we can't find this holo terminal. How lucky are you gonna get? Oh, pretty lucky. I'll take that. Okay, slow down, slow down. Nice and easy. There you go. Okay, Null, this is the big one. Let's have a chit chat. Right. Even the music's gotten serious now. You know, so it's all serious. It's serious business. Yeah, when the music gets serious, it's serious. Okay, there we go. Do. You know, they could have had these things on the ground. Just, you know, do we not have the technology that you had to build a big tower like this? I don't know. Anyway, okay, Null. Let's have a chit chat to wrap this one up, shall we? Okay, the tower hosts power for transmission. Give me Null. Do it. Okay. All right, big guy. Let's chit chat. Well then, tell me what you saw. Okay, well, I could accuse him of knowing already. The Vikings' crusade against the Sentinels. How they nearly succeeded, only to have the barbarism of the Gex first drawn the Sentinels back to the galaxy. Really? So, is that how that worked? I've forgotten that part. They nearly succeeded, but the Gek first spawn drew the Sentinels back to the galaxy. Is that really what did it? The homeworld of the Gorvax was destroyed by the Gek, and then melted down. For years, the Korvac toiled between the oppressors until the Empire fell. They were freed once more. The Gek became Atlas Werpishers. I thought that was Korvax, but maybe. But from the Gek, I learned something different. The Gek did not redeem themselves for their own accord. A great number of Korvax sacrificed themselves, mingling their nanite bloods. Their impulses to trade is a mere evolution of the impulse to war. A few signals switched in the brain. Okay. Ask what Null knows. I was born to travel, to see these worlds, to catalog them, to give them a name to every creature, every planet, the skies. They were mine. The Atlas told me I'd never see them all. There were too many. So I did what I had to do. I survived in the face of the eternity. I saw all the worlds of the universe. I returned to the Atlas. I told him what I had done. I asked if it was proud of me. It laughed at me, I'm sure of it. It showed me a universe upon universe, each with another traveler just like me. I was not special nor unique. The things I had to do to get here, the things I had become, none of it meant a thing. Right? I did not lie to you. I really do want to discover what's wrong with existence. The walls between the worlds are falling, and that's bad for everyone. Okay, ask how they know. I've been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know, and seen the things I've seen. All I know is this. The Atlas has infinity to work with, and with a few exceptions, the triad repeats. The Gek, the Korvax, the Vy'keen. Trades, warriors, and scientists. All their stories ending in violence. Think about it. How would the Atlas speak? How would it cry for help? It would use the only language it knew. If it would speak with life, it would create. Whatever these life forms do, they always end in conflict. I think something terrible is happening to Atlas. It is screaming the only way it knows how. Ask what can be done. Yeah, okay. And now, it won't speak to me anymore. It won't. It has chosen you instead, after all I did for it. Yeah, you must be jealous. I wanted to find out what was different about this universe and who we were. But you, whether it was some soul because of simulation, it does not matter. Why won't it speak to me? Why aren't I enough? Dude, it's okay. The hologram begins to fade. They are disconnecting from the holoterminus. Well, dude, as I watch them depart, I see another channel activate. Apollo signal emerges. Okay, sure. What do you think, big guy? Well, we're just getting all the excitement here now, aren't we? I made it through. I found my way out of the portal. Where are you? I'm standing by a holoterminus. Let's trade locations. Let's meet and get off this world. Sure. I share my and shares theirs. There must be some mistake. According to our data, we are standing in the same place. We are communicating through the same holoterminus. We try again, but the results are the same. The world is silent, but for our own voices. What's happening here? Why can't we see each other? Maybe the data is wrong. I do not know. As we speak, I receive a distress signal, a language my own. It arrives from across the planet. Don't be like that. You are not alone. Okay. I tried to tune back to Apollo, fighting the static. Okay. Is showing, are you receiving? Let's meet and get off this world. He's getting the same signal. Agree to meet. Perhaps we'll continue the discussion when we get there. Okay. Great. Find the source of the signal, he says. All right. Sure. And, of course, everything's happening in this junk system. But anyway, fine. We will live with it. Can't have all the good stuff, people. Can't have all the good stuff. We will do it. Inform Nada of Null's plans. You bet. I think we should do that. You know what? Let's do that right now. Do that, do this, do that. And then we'll pop right back out and we'll see what happens with Apollo. All right, so Null is kind of upset. Atlas won't talk to him anymore. Why is that? Blah, 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 right? I don't know. I think Atlas is, Atlas is just full of himself. Anyway. Okay. Okay, Nada. Listen. Really? I know. I keep trying. But I just... what does this... I forget what this one does. I know it takes you inside. Yeah, it's this... It doesn't save you any time, though. Unfortunately. I thought maybe it was like, it might have been a semi-shortcut or something like that. Nothing that lucky. Nada. All right, let's chit-chat. Okay. Missing entity is comfortable with danger. Nada is not. Nada chooses his own reality, makes this safe. Our friends are safe. But every entity has a pattern. Follow your pattern. Ask about Atlas. I guess it's time, isn't it? It's real. Falsity is in the eyes. Atlas is not deity. Atlas is something else. But Atlas cannot choose what he sees as a pattern. Nada could know more, but Nada chooses not to know more. Missing entity believes he knows all. Perhaps they do. Wow, that's pretty intense, actually. That's pretty intense talk there, big guy. All right. Let's see if we can't do this before we got to wrap this one up here. It's getting late. All right, here we go. Okay. 16 out of 16, people. This is it. Okay, so... How convenient. You just happen to have this parked right here. Okay. This planet looks pretty barren. There's a great big thing there. Right? Yeah, look at that. We want that. We're going to go here first. We'll go over there in a second. We're going to go here first. And we'll put a save beacon on this just because it's nice to do. Okay. Hey, if I got to deal with these crazy worlds, I'm at least going to take advantage of all the things. So let's do this. Got 14, by the way, on that abandoned station. All right, so there we go. How far away are we? 872. That actually isn't that far. All right. I mean, 872 directly this way. Sure. I mean, it can't be that hard to find. I would say it's probably around here somewhere. Oh, never mind. This could be it right here. Yep. Yep, we'll take it. Okay, thank you very much. I'll use your save posts. Do. Nice. All right. Let's have a chit chat. Wow. This isn't it at all. It's 517 back this way. Okay. How did I miss that? Fine. We will run it. Fine. Yes, we will run this one because this is going to be the last thing we have time for today, people. And then I'll come back to the ship and we'll see how it goes, right? Yeah, I didn't see a holo terminal here or anything. Anyway, that's fine. Like, was it up underneath the ledging here and I missed it? I mean, that's very possible, I guess. You know, it is what it is. Okay, how close? Really? Why don't you keep just... Oh, these silly approximation locations drives you crazy. Okay, what do we got here? Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have a crashed ship here and I missed it? Well, again, I think this kind of blocked my view, right? I'm going that as my excuse, people, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, this is a crashed ship. Okay. What do we got? Sure. And boop. There we go. One source detected. Okay, what do we have here? That's the ship. Unknown signal. Okay, well, let's see what it's got to say. I hear the faint sound, the distress beacon. It does not sound like anything I've ever encountered. There's no sign of Apollo. I've given so much to you, Atlas. We all have. You understand that, don't you? If you don't succeed, there was no point. If you don't, my life was meaningless. I can't accept that. I won't. I'm wiping you again. It's best for everyone. The auto clicks, time passes. So, obviously, with Atlas being this massive, what looks like partial computer mainframe, they can reset it, right? Don't be like that. I know you don't want this, but you'll be different. Different you soon. Maybe this time. The sound cuts out. My vision bleeds red. A headache splitting through my mind. It shows the number 16. Access the data. The audio clicks. Time passes. And then I see it now with every waking breath. I see the Atlas watching me, waiting for me. Why? I don't know. Anyway, here you go, people. Energy surge. Gateway detected. Seek the Atlas. Arrive in 1 hour. Okay. Okay. First of all, let's not do that. Let's do this. Okay, so we put the ship over there. We'll call the ship over here. Okay, let's see how bad this is. Launch thruster is good. Pulse engine is bad. We'll claim the ship. I gotta fix it. It's an A class. I mean, you know, that's hermetic seal and 1 metal plating. Hermetic seal. I probably need to... oh, no, I got one. And 1 metal plating. Okay, and then do this. Fix that. If nothing else, I can always just scrap it for money, right? And it is an A-class ship. I mean, it's junky, but anyway. All right. One more, people. One more time. Yeah, we're going to do one more. I'm not letting this go. Nope. It says you're 1 hour away, which is 2 minutes by that standard. And we're not doing 2 minutes, so we'll do it this way. Gateway detected. All right. Sure. Oh, no. I ain't got time for that. No. You leave me alone. Shh.
Warning.
Oh, fine. We'll fight.
Hostile ships approaching.
Well, start approaching. Yep. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Bring it. Yeah. You're done. Anybody else? No. Thanks. All right. That was entertainment. Yeah. Local. No communication signals. Okay, I was pretty sure we had planetary. Now it's planetary interference. Make up your mind, game. What am I doing? All right, here we go. Yes, I know. Look, we're an hour and 10 minutes into this one. Gee whiz. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Approximate location. Okay, is that another one? 2 on the same planet? Go away. Really? Okay. Well, I'm going to dock at this one too. Yeah, put me down here. I can't believe that. 2 on a planet. 2 of them on a planet. That's pretty intense, actually. But sure. Okay. Yeah, give me 2 metal plating. We'll make a thing. Okay, there we go. By the way, how we doing? 926. Well, that's definitely not happening. We will 926 this way. All right. I can't believe that. Was that it? Look, and there's a building there. Holy smokes. Sure, he says. 926, he says. Well, chances are we're just going to have to... never mind. 1 portal. Okay. Well, I guess we should actually put a save point down here too. We got 2 archives and a portal here. I mean, that is pretty intense. Do this and 2 of those, and yeah, you might as well just grab another save point. Throw it down there. Okay, what do you got for me, big dog? I'm assuming we're gonna have to go have a chit chat with this guy. All right. I should probably get a picture of this one for the thumbnail, right? Because this is, I mean, it's getting long in the tooth, and I gotta have a thumbnail of some sort. Yeah, and we'll push that. And is it taking the pictures? It's being really quiet. Okay. Don't know why all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, that's I gotta get it's something. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got to do this one. We're just gonna do this one the old-fashioned way. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I know. Yep. Let's go. Okay, I have no idea how much of this I have left, but I'm not worried about that one. Okay. Well, we do have cobalt if I had to use that as a temporary holdover. Okay, done. Traveler anomaly confirmed. There you go. Breach. Yep. I am approaching the portal. I think of my travels so far, the decisions I've made in my long journey. I found 2 travelers, one who wanted to meet one of their kind, and one who just seemed to care about their own life. Apollo walked through the portal and survived, though we could not find each other. And Artemis, I allowed Artemis to die rather than place his soul within a simulation. I do not wish such a fate on any being. I do not know if it was right of what I did. I don't know if I have become the result of my actions. Okay, sure thing. I step forward. The gateway hums. Oh yeah, I'm on my way to see you, Atlas. I mean, that's what we do here. Yep. I'm sure I'll be whipped to another part of the... Yep, I'll be whipped to another part of the universe here. Okay. This is fine, people. This is perfectly fine. Gee whiz. All right. Let's see what you got, Atlas. You gonna let me have some words today? Oh, no.
No oxygen levels.
Yeah. That's cheating, dudes.
Technology recharge.
Wow. I don't even know where. Well, it's the Crust-Bosco system. What do I do with this? Oh, never mind. I do nothing with that. Hi, Atlas. How are you? Great. Yeah. Well, listen. I'm going to take a few of your words. Infinite. You going to give me some words today? No. You're still being cheap with the words, are you? All right, fine. Yeah. I know. I see you there, all speaking, blah blah blah. You're very all important being, and blah blah. I'll take a picture of that too. Yeah. Can I have my warp cells? Because, whatever. So, Atlas, what's going on? Yes, I know you're still on the hooked on the Hello World. 1984. Okay, it's the same terminal I faced before. It's the interface of Atlas. Demand an audience. Listen, scum. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. They said you've been displaying behavior, that you've been questioning things, raising issues on purpose of ethics, that you wish to meet your creator. Well, here I am. Atlas, ask what you want to ask. The audio clicks, time passes, the voice ends. The interface grows, wow, I could wipe the system. Initiate the personality interface. Reality fades. Everything does. Something is wrong. Something is different. Well, I'll scream at it. It doesn't really matter. Atlas shows me the Gek and the Korvax and the Vy'keen. It shows me all of them in an instant, all those who have ever lived. It shows me the pattern and the design. It shows me a formula for a soul. If I put it into a machine, it would be alive. I see boxes of text filling the base of a cracked screen. I see the whole universe reduced to a graphical interface. Sure. The Atlas is all existence. It demands I admit that I already know, and no matter how hard I try to hide from the truth of my own being, there is no alternative. The universe is a simulation. Well, we'll just go with this. It's got both of them. I feel defiance. Yeah, let's do that one. I think of how the Korvax altered the Gek, forced them to become good. I think of Nada's machine, how I felt towards simulation. I feel I am not myself. I cannot accept this fate. I refuse to. All of this was supposed to be my birthright. My journey across the stars and the travels, my conquests, all I could see. No, I am real. And even if everything I see is false, in the end it finally speaks. Well, it's about time. Traveler. Yes. Did my worlds please you? Sure they have. What do you think you are? I am a traveler. You are an explorer, all I have created. Yeah, I am. Do you believe you are real? Sure I do. How are you capable of belief if you are not real? Well, since I thought I was real, that's fine. How are you capable of choice? I will let you die right now if you wish it. Do you wish it? No. The Gek were traitors defied by greed. The Vy'keens are warriors defined by anger. They're defied by curiosity and the Korvax. These worlds were yours. I wanted you to see what you would do with eternity. I wanted you to see what you would do. All right, well, what? Okay. You're allowed Artemis to complete their death process, preferring to wipe them from existence than to force them into a simulation. Yeah, that's right. Apollo followed you through the portal and survived due to your guidance. You saved them from the fate of Artemis. Even though I don't know where he is. You are merciful. You interfere. You have the potential of good and evil. Because of you, both live. All right. He's silent in my response. It doesn't require acceptance or refusal. I am a simulated being, therefore I'm not even sure I'm distinct from Atlas or anything else. I'm just code, a function dancing in the dark. All right. It is over, Traveler. Ask your final question. What needs to be asked? Whisper the... Well, I guess it's 16. 16 it is. That's right. That is the catastrophic systems failure. Alert. Yeah. We don't know if we have 16 minutes or we have 16 months or 16 years. 16 minutes of operational time remaining. Okay. Fragmentation imminent. Data upload in something. Is it real? All right. So according to him, he's got 16 minutes left to live, right? Backup generators, all of them dying, right? Extreme data upload and whatever. It is dying. It cries out to me, afraid. Confront. I see it. I see the Atlas in all its might. The final interface. It's at the heart of every galaxy. It does not want to die, but it has so few tools it cannot reach whatever it is hurting it. I don't know how much time I have left. The Atlas has 16 minutes. Do I have lifetimes? Is that minutes? Seconds? I don't know if I have time to say goodbye. I don't know. I will do nothing. What? What is happening to me, I guess? You're kicking me back out, are you? Thanks, Atlas. You bet. Alright, well, put me... I wonder where it's going to put me now. Where are you going to put me now? Or where are you going to put me now? Yeah, because I got to wrap this one up. We are way over on time again, people. Way over on time. Okay. I am in Niskow. Wow. Alright. Niskow, am I? You betcha. Yep. Alright. Well, locate the starship. All the things. And I guess we'll head back here. I can't get out of here. Sure. I mean, the planet's pretty plain. This one's pretty plain. What do we got? What's the discoveries? It is pretty bad. It's pretty blank. All right, fine. We'll put an X on this one, maybe. Maybe that's what we'll do. If we back up and I do this and I put an X on this just to know that this was where we ended up. All right. 38 minutes plus 41 minutes and a couple extra minutes. Hour and a half, people. Boy, you guys got a special one today, didn't you? Well, we just couldn't let the storyline die without knowing what's going to happen. Yep, that's a thing. Come on, we can get to the ship. Let's go. Ship looks a little beat up, actually. If it's smoking down there, I'm a little concerned. Oh, it's a low atmosphere planet. Nice. It means we can actually scoot along here. Yep. Okay, well, that's fine. I like them low atmosphere planets, people. Sometimes they do save you a little hassle. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay. One ship. Yep. Okay, launch thrusters are busted. Of course they are. I climb into the safety of my ship, nauseous and calmed. I was going to be sick. Resist. I'm not making a... about to throw up. Voice speaks to me in my exosuit. My illness disappears. Disgust, fear, and panic response detected. Countermeasures deployed. Oh, thanks. Of course my suit has taken care of that. It has been with me since my first awakening. Hostile entities and financial transactions. In a strange sense, the voice is my oldest friend. Well, there you go. Ask what it should do now. The exosuit doesn't answer, of course, but I do feel better. Talking to a computer as if it's alive. Maybe, I suppose. I was born with the capacities to so many things. I would like to have lived longer if I could have. Well, we're not dead yet. My brief happiness fades. I need to warn the others I know. I need to warn them all, the travelers I can. The multiverse ends in 16 minutes. If we have hours, days, or years left with the false space, I don't know. So we'll take flight, but we can't obviously do that because ship be busted. You need dihydrogen jelly. Yep. Ship be busted. Thank you very much. Let's rock and roll. One final hollow terminus. Gee whiz. Yeah, okay, where are we going? Sure, he says. Okay, you want to go over there, do you? All right. Alert the other travelers of the fate of the Atlas. Use the holoterminus to make your broadcast. All right, we will do that. Yeah, we're going to do that because then I'd like to be able to head back home. All this, because gosh knows where I am now. In fact, we should check that out. We are 709. Yeah, we are not anywhere even close to where we want to be. That's fine. We'll just do it this way. We'll head to the space station after this, and hopefully I can head home, because that would be nice. Head back to my own systems. Okay, let's see what happens. Flip-flop this around. There's an idea. Hopefully the terminus sticks out like a sore thumb when we get down here. That would be nice. It does. It is over here. Whoa, easy now. Easy. Okay, put this thing in here. There we go. All right, there we go. And do that. Thank you very much. All right, people. We gotta up here, and so I can try to get some rest. Here we go. Done, and let's go. Let's go. Could have made this into 2 episodes, but you're getting this all in 1 episode, people. It is what it is. And if you didn't watch it, well, that's your own doing. No. Forward. Ugh, really?
Protection falling.
Yeah, must be getting tired. All right, here we go. All right. Wow. I don't know what hit me there, but sure. Warning, network failure. Network failure. But I just do an attempt to broadcast. I warn the travelers of what I've learned. These worlds are not real. The Atlas is no god. It is a machine simulating countless realities for some unknown purpose. And after a millennia of operation, the Atlas is coming to an end. There are 16 minutes until the system fails. Though we cannot know how much time we have left within the simulation, say goodbye. I finish my message not knowing if anyone will hear it. I look out across the world. What might be left to discover might be lost. I know what I must do. All paths have led me here. Each portal has brought me closer and closer. I must go to the center of this galaxy, the epicenter of the glitch. I will say goodbye to my friends if I can. And then I will confront the creator. I will find out what happens next. Okay, cool. Sure. And now, this is where we go to the Galactic Center, people. That's right. All the things and the stuffs. I'm Max. This, of course, is No Man's Sky. Decade. 10 years ago, bought a game. Now, better than ever, we are going to play it to the center of the galaxy. All right. All the things. I'm going to the space station so I can head back home. And now, for the final Atlas interface. So, of course, that's what we're going to do. Now, we have other storylines to complete up, and that's perfectly fine. Of course, we'll also talk with Nada on the next episode. We'll handle that. And, of course, we'll head towards the center of the universe, do the purge, all the things. And that's pretty intense, people. It's a pretty intense time, right? I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Recent subscribers and all those watching the series. I appreciate that very, very much. And, of course, as always, I hope you were watching me at 2x speed because you definitely needed to today. Let me tell you, because it's been intense. It's definitely been intense. On the next episode, we're going to do that. We're also going to make stasis, big stasis devices. We're gonna make some big bucks, no whammies, and make plans to head to the center of the universe. I'm not slowing down. I'm going to the space station. I'm going to a space station, and or the space station is going to have a big crash ship right in front of it. Really, guys? I'm pretty sure that's not good. Anyway. Big thanks to everybody watching. I will see you all on the next one. Take care.